Hello, you guys. It's Teacher Grant with another lesson. Here we go. We're going to talk about the past simple. What happened in the past, okay? The simplest way. The past simple is used to talk about completed actions that happened at a fixed time in the past. It is the most commonly used past tense in English. For example, regular verbs in the past simple. To form a regular verb in the past simple, ed is added to the base form. Walter washed his car on Tuesday. Walter washed his car on Tuesday. The verb ends in ed. Fixed point in the past is at the end. Not today, Tuesday. Today is today. And then, Walter washed his car on Tuesday. How to form I, you, he, she, we, they. Okay? I played tennis yesterday. You played tennis yesterday. He played, she played tennis yesterday. We played, they played tennis yesterday. Here are some examples. Last night, I watched a documentary about Italy. Last Friday, I danced with friends. Tom usually drives to work, but yesterday he walked instead. Heather cleaned her bedroom last weekend before the party. Tom shaved off his beard yesterday. After work, Nina listened to music and started reading a new book. All right, let's move on to the next page. Spelling rules for the past simple. The past simple of all regular verbs end in ed, but for some verbs, there are some spelling changes too. For example, washed. Washed. Wash, you add ed. Washed. Okay? Dance, the last letter is E. All you do is add a D. Try, tried. You add the Y, you remove the Y and you add the D. Try, T-R-Y becomes T-R-I-E-D. Stopped. You add the double P. Stopped, S-T-O-P-P-E-D. Stopped. Okay? Further examples, we have jump, jumped, add ed, arrived, add the d, carried, add the d, drop the y, add the ed. Okay? Dropped, double p, worked, add the ed, saved, add the d, cried, drop the y, add ied. Okay? As you can see, it's the same for the others listed. Hopped, played, decided, hurried, stepped. The double P, dropping the Y, adding the ED. Okay? Got it? Good. Let's move on. Irregular verbs in the past simple. Some verbs do not take ed to form the past simple. There are no specific rules about how to form irregular verbs in the past simple. So for example, went is the past simple of go. Okay? I went swimming yesterday. So go, went. Have, had. Do, did. Put is the same. Come, came. See, saw. I went to the store. I had to do my homework before going outside. I did my chores before I went to my friend's house. I put away my toys before I went outside. I came outside to see my grandma. I saw a bird in the sky. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go through some of the examples, and the others you can read amongst yourself. So I'll give you some time to read the other ones. I will read a few of them now. I swam in the 500-meter race. I came to the U.S. in 1980. Sam ate 2 pizzas. We went to the zoo last week. They drank all the lemonade. Why not? I'll read the rest. I did really well in school. They had a great vacation. Steve put his cup on the table. Sheila drove to the park. Well done. All right, let's continue to finish off this part here. Okay, here we go. Be in the past simple. The past simple of be is completely irregular. It is the only verb in the past simple which changes depending on the subject. So the traffic was bad, so we were late to school. How to form. I was, you were, he, she was, we, they were. Okay, so I was late to school. You were late to school. He, she was late to school. He, she was late to school. We, they were late to school. The past simple of be changes with the subject, which is I, you, he, she, we, they. Here are some examples. He was a doctor for 40 years. She was a Broadway star in the 1960s. There was a party last night. We were at the library yesterday. There were lots of people at the party. They were at the movies last week. All right, nicely done, you guys. Okay, you guys, so that completes our lesson for the past simple. Please tune in for the next lesson. Until then, you guys, have an awesome morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.